Good evening po, ma'am. We are the group 7. So, the topic assigned to our group po is school as an agent for socialization. And 5 po kami sa group 7. So, ako po si Adrian Mersonia. Then, ito po yung mga fellow group mates ko na si Care Norman Naga, Sharifa Nasil, Cassandra Nolasco, and Fria Alak. Next po is, meron po kami mga hinimay-himay po namin um, yung topic po namin na school as an agent for socialization. So, meron po kaming subtopics po nito, which is yung introduction, what is socialization, next, function of the school, impact of the social environment, impact of interacting with other students, and last po is development of social roles. So, yung una po is, what is socialization? So, socialization is the lifelong process by which individuals learn, adapt, and internalize the values, norms, customs, beliefs, and behaviors of the society or group they belong to. It is through socialization that a person develops their identity, learns how to interact with others, and understand the expectations of their community. So, ito daw po yung socialization. Yung socialization daw po, process po siya ng individuals to learn. Tapos maka-adapt po ng mga new learnings sa community po kung saan tayo saan community po tayo. Nakaka-adapt din tayo ng yung mga behaviors, beliefs, then marami pa po na tayong na-adapt sa pakikipag-socialize po and na-apply natin to sa sarili natin. Next po is karugtong niya. So, in simple terms, socialization is how society teaches us how to be members of it. So, from early childhood to adulthood, we continuously absorb knowledge from family, peers, schools, media, religion, and even everyday experiences. So, for example, children learn how to speak, follow rules, respect elders, or play fairly, all of which are results of socialization. So, yun nga po. Sinabi natin na nakaka-adapt tayo sa ganitong community. Marami tayong na-adapt simula po sa family natin, peers, schools, media, religion, and even everyday experiences. So, dito po sa dito tayo nakaka-adapt ng mga new learnings, yung mga beliefs natin. Kaya mahalaga po talaga yung socialization sa buhay natin. Kasi hindi tayo makakapag-communicate ng maayos sa iba kung walang socialization. Hindi tayo na-expose sa maraming tao, hindi tayo natututo kung anong mga new learnings, hindi natin malalaman kung hindi tayo makikipag-socialize sa iba. Next po is explain ko dito po yung why socialization is important. Bakit nga po ba mahalaga yung socialization? So, ang una po natin is develops personality and identity. It shapes who we are as individuals, influencing our attitudes, beliefs, and behavior. So, yung socialization daw po is nakaka-develop ng personality po natin, then identity natin. Kasi po, nai-influensyahan din po natin, na-influensyahan po yung attitudes natin, na-apektuhan din yung beliefs and yung behavior po natin as individuals through socialization. Next po is ensures social order. By learning norms and rules, people know what behavior is acceptable, preventing chaos in society. So, nang ba social order po? So, kapag nakikipag-socialize po tayo, parang iniisip natin kung paano tayo makakasabay sa pakipagsalapuha po sa iba. Kung paano natin i-align yung sa beliefs nila, kung paano, then respect po yung number one ano po natin doon, ginagawa para iniintindi natin yung beliefs nila, yung culture, then para makasabay tayo, inaalam natin yung lahat ng ano ng iba para malaman din natin and makasabay tayo sa kanila. Next is creates a social bonds. It helps people build relationships, cooperate with others, and function as part of a group. So, itong socialization naman po is para siyang isa siya sa foundation din po talaga ng pag-create po ng bonding with others po. Sinabi po dito is create social bonds. So, hindi natin kaano-ano yung mga nagkakaroon po tayo ng mga friends sa iba, sa classmates, ganun. And nagkakaroon tayo ng social bonds through socialization. So, it creates bonds with others po. Next is transfer cultures. Traditions, values, and customs are passed down through generations. So, ito naman po ang socialization daw is nakakapag-transfer po siya ng cultures. Like, kunyari, gusto nating malaman yung culture ng ibang tao. So, need natin makipag-socialize sa kanila and alamin kung ano yung mga beliefs and traditions nila and para malaman din natin. Kaya, kung malaman natin yun, pwede rin natin may apply sa atin. And yun nga po, nakakapag-transfer po siya ng culture. Hindi lang po culture, values, kasama na yung values doon and traditions po. Next naman po na ay is yung key point po ng socialization. So, ang sabi po dito, without socialization, individuals would struggle to communicate. So, yung sinabi po dito, so kung wala talaga yung sinabi ko po na, kung wala talaga yung socialization, hindi tayo makakapag-communicate ng maayos sa iba. Hindi natin masasabi yung hindi natin malalaman yung mga kung anong beliefs nila, kung ano yung behavior nila, kung hindi tayo makikipag-socialize. Next, it build relationships. Yung sinabi ko na rin, nakakapag-create siya ng bond with others po. Or understand their role in society. So, it is the foundation of human interaction. So, yung sinabi ko kanina, isa po siya sa foundation po talaga itong socialization. And the reason why people can live and work together in communities. So, kunyari, example ko na lang po dito, nakikipag-socialize po tayo sa iba. Then, nalaman natin yung mga beliefs, culture, and maintindihan natin yun. And i-respect din syempre natin yun. And magkakaroon tayo ng bond sa kanila kung goods din yung approach natin sa kanila. Next naman po is yung nag-cite po ako dito ng mga examples po ng socialization in real life po, sa daily life po natin. Next ay yung una po is sa family natin. So, sabi po dito, teaching children to say po and opo or polite expression. So, nung bata tayo, di ba, tinuturuan na tayo ng mga words na to. Kasi parang naging culture na natin to na gumamit ka ng po at opo sa mga nakakatanda to show respect for them po. Next naman po is in school. So, learning discipline and cooperating in group activities. So, through socialization po, nakikipag-socialize po tayo sa may school. So, tinuturuan din tayo dito kung paano madisiplina and paano mag-create po, paano po mag-cooperate sa iba through mga activities or group activities po na meron sa school. Next naman po, yung sa society naman po, lining up properly at the jeepney stop or grocery. So, ito naman yung respect. Yung pagiging natin, nirespect natin yung iba din na gagaya lang pagpila, yung simpleng pila. So, kung may nauna, sila yung mauuna. So, magpila tayo na maayos. Yung marami din sa mga nasa public tayo. So, next naman po is sa religion. Ito po yung sinad ko dito for Christian po. So, attending mass or praying at night. So, nakikipag-socialize din tayo doon. May mga nakikilala tayo ng mga nandoon sa may simbahan din po. So, yun lang po ang introduction po ng socialization. Next naman po is ang i-explain po ay ang subtopic po na function of school.
Hey everyone, I am Kieran Mananaga, and this time I will be discussing to you the function of school. So first, the rule of school as an agent of socialization. We have here 5. First one is structured environment for learning norms. Second one is the first formal institution beyond the family, reinforcement of social rules, exposure to diversity, and foundation for civic participation. So first, structured environment for learning norms. We all know that school provides a formal setting where children learn expected behaviors and societal rules. School provides a lot of opportunities for the students in order for them to learn, like different lessons, routines, disciplines. Um, we internalize values like respect, honesty, and cooperation. So those values and traits um, are most likely developed in schools. It gives us opportunities to develop our character as a person. So teachers act as a role models, reinforcing acceptable conduct and guiding moral development. So one of the main foundation of a human character is in terms of socialization is of course the structured environment for learning schools. Okay, let's proceed to the second one. The first, formal institution beyond the family. So for most children, school is their first experience with authority figures outside their home. It introduces us to a broader societal world, social world, including peers from different backgrounds. These transitions help children adapt to group settings, follow rules, and understand their role in society. So, first formal institution beyond the family, it only says that aside from the primary education of in our life is a family. Um, the second is the school. It helps us to view the things in a perspective, to view the things in a broader sense, in a surface level where we can see different cultures, different backgrounds, in order for us to understand a lot of things. It helps us to adapt to the environment and to know that we are not the only one. Meron pang mga um, taong iba-iba yung mga background, and it helps us to understand them. And the next one is the reinforcement of social rules. Here, students learn to function in rules such as leaders, followers, teammates, or citizen. Activities like group work and school events promote responsibility and teamwork. So, in a sense of socialization, school helps a lot for us to to learn new things, like um, like having the sense of responsibility and teamwork. It helps us to magkaroon ng pakikisama sa ibang kapwa-tao, and of course it also helps us to learn to be a leader, to be a follower, to be a teammate, and to be a citizen. So this environment helps us to build what kind of um, what kind of person we're gonna be in the future. It helps us to be a good citizen depending on the environment. Okay, the next one is the exposure to diversity. Schools expose children to different cultures, beliefs, and perspectives. This fosters tolerance, empathy, and the ability to navigate a pluralistic society. So, exposure to diversity, sinasabi lang po dito na school helps us um, to expose children in a different cultures, beliefs, and perspectives. So, kumbaga, parang mas nagkakaroon tayo ng malawak na pananaw at natututunan natin magkaroon ng simpatsya or ng empathy. Natututunan natin magkaroon ng pakikisama sa ibang tao and mga bagay-bagay na dapat natutunan in order for us to blend in a society. Okay, the last one is the foundation for civic participation. One of the main role of school as an agent socialization is the foundation for civic participation. Through civic education and participation in school governance, like student councils, children learn democratic values. They begin to understand their rights and responsibilities as future members of society. So, school, like gagaya nga ng sinabi ko kanina, na it really helps us a lot in order for us to be a good citizen. So, through school, we can learn a lot of things like democratic values, to be a leader, to be a good follower, to be a good citizen. It helps us to build um, a sense of responsibility and to be a good future members of the society. So let us proceed to the next topic is the function of this of school in socialization. So first we have the cultural transmission, um, teaching values, traditions, and beliefs of society. So what it means. The one of the main function of the school is that in terms of cultural aspect, it helps to preserve what the history, what are the values, customs, and traditions lies um, in every groups in a society, in every groups in the Philippines. So it helps students understand the place in society and builds a shared sense of belonging. Okay, for the next is we have the social norms and discipline, instilling punctuality, obedience, and cooperation. In terms of social norms and disciplines, we all know that school is, I mean, one of the main foundation of our character as a citizen, kung gaano tayo kadisiplinado, is yung ating education, yung school. It helps us in everyday life. It helps us to instill in our mind the values, the good values, punctuality, respect, and cooperation, and of course, obedience. Um, Doon natin natututunan ang pagkakaroon ng pagkikisama sa ibang tao. So, we have here, next one, social integration. What it means. Schools bring together children from different backgrounds and help them learn and live, work together. Group activities, classroom discussions, and school events promote unity and teamwork. So, in terms of socialization, it really helps the school to, magkaroon tayo ng sense of teamwork para sa ibang tao. Gaya ng sabi ko, magkaroon ng sense ng pakikisama. So, it brings students together from diverse backgrounds to promote unity. It really matters to reduce social division and promotes national cohesion. Okay, next one is we have here identity formation. What it means. So students begin to understand who they are and what roles they can play in society. So through achievements, relationships, and exposure to different ideas, student develop self-awareness and confidence. So, yung school, natututunan din natin malaman yung ating identity. It helps us to discover our rules as a human, our strength and aspirations. Through pagkikisama, nagkakaroon tayo ng mas nakikilala natin ang ating sarili at nabibuild natin yung ating character na nakakatulong to sa atin para malaman natin kung ano yung ating kalakasan, kahinaan, yung ating interest, at yung ating mga, what do you call that, future aspirations. So that's it. Thank you.
Good evening po. I'm Cassandra Narasco, the one who discussed about the impact of the school environment pagdating sa socialization. So yung schools po is hindi lang siya institution para sa academic learnings, but also key agents pagdating sa socialization ng mga students. So yung mga interactions, experiences, and yung learning opportunities po is provided na siya sa school environment significantly para makapag-contribute sa pag-shape sa mga students para maging well-rounded individuals sila at makapag-contribute sila sa society. Next po is how schools affect the process of students' socialization. So yung first po is yung peer interaction. So through peer interactions po is yung students nag-acquire sila ng mga essential skills like communication skills and conflict resolution para makapag-aid sa pag-develop ng kanilang emotional intelligence. Next po is yung authority figures. So yung mga teachers, administrators is nagsiserve sila bilang influential authority figures sa buhay ng mga estudyante na nag-extend lang sa immediate family nila na yun na yung parang sinusunod nila. Next po is yung extracurricular activities. So yung mga estudyante po nag-participate po sa extracurricular activities like sports, club, and arts is parang mas prone sila pagdating sa communication skills and mas marunong sila makipag-engage sa ibang tao kaysa sa mga hindi mahilig sa mga extracurricular activities. So, ipagsali po sa mga extracurricular activities, yung mga students po is nagde-develop sila ng opportunities para makapag-develop ng teamwork and leadership skills. So, yung next po is yung civic engagement. So, through community projects and initiatives po, yung mga students nagle-learn sila about social responsibility, empathy, and yung importance ng pagiging active sa pag-contribute sa well-being ng society. So, dito po as nagkakaroon sila ng civic duty. Next po is yung communication skills. So, yung mga classroom discussions po, presentations katulad dito, and yung mga group projects po is nag-enhance verbal expression, while yung mga daily expressions naman po nila or interactions, nag-help siya pagdating sa non-verbal communication like yung mga body language and mga facial expressions. Next po is yung emotional educations. Yung school po is kasi nagko-contribute siya pagdating sa development ng emotional intelligence by providing opportunities para magkaroon sila ng self-reflection, emotional expression, and para maintindihan nila yung emosyon ng ibang tao. Next po is yung social hierarchies. So, within po sa school setting, yung mga students po is nakakapag-form sila ng mga sariling circle of friends nila, depende po sa peer groups or based po sa mga shared interests, backgrounds, or social status po nila. Next po is yung digital citizenship. So, yung technology po is nagiging integrated siya into education. Yung schools po is nagkakaroon siya ng crucial role pagdating sa pagturo sa mga estudyante sa digital citizenship. So, yung sa mga high school po is meron po sila mga subject na related po sa technology para magkaroon po sila ng sense or education about sa tamang paggamit ng social media, which is nakaka-help din pagdating sa socialization nila, hindi lang basta sa school or pwede rin po sa mga ibang other schools. Lastly po is yung communication skills. So yung schools po is nagpo-provide sila ng microcosm where yung mga conflicts po is can arise na makakapag-offer sa mga students ng practical arena para makapag-develop sila ng mga problem solving skills nila and yung resolving skill nila pagdating sa mga conflict. So yung next part po is i-report na po ng next reporter, which is about impact of interacting with other students.
So yung next po is the impact of interacting with other students po. So sabi po dyan, schools are very important environments where children and adolescents learn not only academic knowledge but also social skills, values, and behaviors necessary for a functioning society. So they act as a agent of socialization by exposing students to diverse interaction norms and expectation beyond their family. So, schools po are very important po kasi dito po talaga natututo yung mga bata. Hindi lang po sa academic knowledge like math, science, English, kundi pati na rin po sa kanilang mga social skills, values, and behaviors po. So, sa school, ibig sabihin po sa school, hindi lang po utak yung nade-develop, kundi na rin po yung attitude at pakitis sa lamang po sa mga tao. So, schools acts as agent of socialization dahil binibigyan nila ang students po ng opportunities to interact with classmates, teachers, at sa iba't ibang kaupuan na may iba't ibang background. So, sa ganitong paraan, natututo sila mag-adjust, mag-respeto sa rules, at maging open sa diversity. So, unlike po sa bahay na limitado lang po, like limitado lang sa pamilya. So, sa schools po, mas exposed po sila sa mga norms and expectations of society tulad ng teamwork, discipline, leadership, at responsibility. So, bukod pa rito, sa schools din po, helps students discover their self-identity po. So, kung nalalaman po nila yung kanilang mga strengths and weaknesses. So, nabibuild din po yung mga self-confidence po dito. So, next slide po. Impact of interacting with other students. So, we have here learning cooperation and teamwork, development of communication skills, development of self-identity, formation of friendships and social networks, and also the understanding social norms and values. So, dito po sa learning cooperation and teamwork, we have work together, share tasks, negotiate, solve problems as a team. So, dito po, matututo pong makipag-cooperate at magtrabaho kasama ang iba. Like sa mga school projects po, games or sports. So, dito po, matututo po yung mga students na mag-share ng kanilang ideas, mag-task, mag-solve ng problems bilang isang team. So, dito rin po nahuhubog po yung kanilang leadership skills at pagiging responsible po sa grupo. So, next po is yung development of communication skills. So, sabi dito, express ideas clearly, listen actively, improve speaking, and body language. So, dito po, natututo pong magpahayag ng ideas at makinig sa iba. So, sa mga class discussions, group activities, so, nabibuild po dito yung self-confidence po ng bata sa pag-share po ng kanyang ideas, and yun. So, sa number 4, we have formation of friendships and social networks. So, build friendships, gain support, develop trust, and confidence. So, makabuo ng friendships na nagbibigay ng support at companionship. So, ang pagkakaroon po ng kaibigan ay nagpa-promote ng trust, empathy, at social confidence din po. So, yung friendship po also act as a support system na nakakatulong po sa stress at mga challenges po na pinagkaharap sa schools. So, next po is understanding social norms and values. So, we have learn rules, respect diversity, adapt to different personalities. Yeah. So, yun nga, ito po, dahil po sa pag-i-interact po natin sa ibang tao, matututo po tayong sumunod sa mga rules at respeto po ang iba. Like sa mga nakatanda, sa kahit sino kailangan i-respeto. So, matututo ang students po na mag-adapt sa iba't ibang personalities at magpakita ng tolerance at empathy po. So, ito ang natuturo sa kanila ng discipline, respect, at cultural awareness na mahalaga po sa totoong buhay.
Hi, I am Freya, and I'm going to discuss to you the development of social roles inside a school. School act as a training ground where children learn and practice different roles that prepare them for their adult life. First, we have interaction with authority figures. Students learn to respect teachers by raising their hands before speaking, following class rules, or addressing teachers with formal titles like sir or ma'am. So these experiences or these events help shape a student's sense of discipline, of accountability, and responsibility. Next, we have teamwork and collaboration. Group activities, sports, and extracurricular activities require students to share tasks, listen to others, and work toward a common goal. So these experiences help them prepare for collaborative roles in professional and community settings. Next naman po is role differentiation. Students may take on different roles inside the school. So these experience help them build leadership skills, initiative, and adaptability. And they mirror the variety of roles individuals must occupy sa adult life. For example, being a manager, being a director, a parent, a citizen. And lastly is preparation for citizenship. Schools often emphasize civic duties like respect for rules, participation in events, and awareness of social issues. Students learn to be active. They learn the importance of belonging to a larger community and contributing to it. So, yun lang po. Thank you.